Okay, so this is a different type of situation where we have an exponent outside of the parentheses. So in the example beforehand, we had a problem where, hold on a second, we had, for an example, this one, x squared times x to the negative 10. The parentheses were encased inside of the parentheses. Now this is where there's an exponent outside of the parentheses. It's called the power of a power. To find the power of a power, you multiply the exponents. So the other one, this other example beforehand was addition. Now this is when you multiply. It's a power of a power. So a is raised to the m, but at the same time, all of that is raised to the n. So to simplify this, I could just put a raised to the m times n, okay? So that's the basic fundamental of how to do this. So b raised to the 3, and then raised to the 5 again, I can simplify as b raised to the 3 times 5, or b raised to the 15, because I multiplied 3 times 5, which is 15. Okay, here again, g raised to the 6, but then raised again to the 7 can be simplified as g raised to the 6 times 7, or g raised to the 42. So this is easy. I just rewrite my base, and now when this occurs, I multiply the power of a power. Okay, 7 times 3 is 21. So it's x raised to the 21. Now this one's a little bit tricky because we have this multiplication and we have it raised to the 4, okay? Now in this case, hold on a second. In this case, we have to distribute that 4 or multiply that 4 to the parentheses next to it, as you can see in this example right here, how it's already been written out for us. So I'm going to go ahead and model that. So let's go ahead and do that. You're going to take these two and multiply them. So we get b raised to the 20. And I'm going to keep that inside of this parentheses. And then b raised to the 4 stays the same. Okay, then I'm going to follow through with the addition of exponent powers, because it's not a power raised to the power anymore. It's just two terms that are being multiplied that happen to have the same basis with different exponents. So we're going to simplify by combining those two. So I'm going to do that. B raised to the 4 plus 20, which we can finalize as b raised to the 24. Okay, just remember, when you have a power of a power, you can only do that once. You can only multiply that once. Do not distribute the outside number to the other parentheses, to the term inside of the other parentheses. That will not work. This is b raised to the 5 and then raised to the 4. So this 4 was raising this term only, okay? So we did that first. We did 5 times 4 is 20. And then we carried out with the rest of it. B raised to the 4 times b raised to the 20. I added those two. I got b raised to the 24 by adding the exponents. Okay, this last example is pretty much similar. So I'm going to do that here. N raised to the 4. Now this one changed because n raised to the 6 and then raised to the 3 again. I'm going to simplify that. So 6 times 3 is 18. And I get n raised to the 4 times n raised to the 18. And then I'm going to combine these two, n raised to the 4 plus 18. And then I get n, this is my final answer, is raised to the 22.